Today is March the 10th, and I am here with no AC. I don't know what I'm going to do. Legally or for safety reasons, we can't leave our doors open to get some air. And my coworker isn't here yet, so I don't know who all has AC on my floor. I knew Friday, 5th grade didn't have any AC in a 4th grade classroom. But this is bad. Okay, but I'll tell you what I brought in over the weekend. Remember, I think I told you I have ants everywhere. And which is weird because Raid didn't kill the ants, but the alcohol did. And then I went to Target, of course, and I got ant baits. But then I read on the box, I was like, why does this happen every year? I start the beginning of the year off with ants. I buy the ant baits. And then all of a sudden, around springtime, they come back. It says on the bottom, replace every 3 months. Now I know. Because there's always ants on this counter and it'll be ants on my desk. So because it's 6 ant baits, I probably need 1 box per year. So now I need to know to put this on my classroom setup list, because I can do 2 on the counter, 1 on my desk, and then in 3 months I do another one. So I need to buy 2 boxes of these. Our nurse, your nurse do the same thing? Every time something is wrong with the kids, she just sends them with an ice pack. And I have alcohol. Hold on, I'm back. I have alcohol in this container. And then I realized I don't have peroxide here. So you know what I'm saying? If they get a cut or they stab themselves with a pencil or something, I send them to the nurse. She's been making them wash their hands with just soap. And I said, did she put alcohol or peroxide on it? They say no. So I have alcohol. And then when I went to Costco, I got the container of peroxide. But then of course, I was like, I went to Target to see if I could get this again, because they need to match. I couldn't get it. So I started over. So I got the blue one for alcohol and then a green one for peroxide. So I'm going to put the alcohol in this one because it's already blue, and then the peroxide is now. Just put a label so I remember. And that's the only thing I bought in over this weekend. This week starts crunch time and reading. So what crunch time is where we're basically drilling and killing. So one day they do a cold read. A cold read is when you haven't seen it before. You're answering all the questions by yourself. I say nothing. They do the cold read. And then the next day we debrief, which means I do metacognition, which means they need to see how I think and how I would answer the questions. And that way I clear up any misconceptions. And we do this all the way into testing. We are in March. We test in May. So we got 2 months. And then we go over all the skills. And today they're putting in they did their test Friday, but they're going to put it into the computer because all our tests are computer based. But for reading, we gave it to them on paper, and then they put it into the computer once they finish. So they're going to do that first thing this morning so I can grade that and that can be done. Then I have a math lesson. You already know. I do not know what I am teaching today, but I will put it here. So I'll go ahead and put what I'm teaching today. That's what I need to do. So I am here early. My clock says 6:50, so it is 7:50. I have to pick my kids up in 30 minutes. So I need to come up with a system. I see the ants are already over there having a meeting. I need to water the plant. I fed the fish. I sharpened the pencils. I cleaned up pretty well before. I need to come up with a system. I know I have filing Fridays. And then I'm thinking, but I like to clean on Fridays. But filing Friday sounds so cute. But I need to, like I said, I can do filing Fridays during the day. And then I can deep clean on Fridays during my planning time by myself. That's what I'm going to do. So I have to create a list of, like a little paper, a little checklist. I have one. Do we use it? No, but we're going to revamp it, reprint it, relaminate it, and stick it somewhere because this is tucked away. I'm just gonna make it small, probably the size of like a Post-it note, and then stick it somewhere and make it a checklist. And I just check, maybe I could put it to my little rolling desk. But that's what I'm going to do today. But today's special is music. Yes, they have music on Mondays, and that's what we're having today. I'm supposed to take them outside today because I promised, but they were mean to the art sub on Friday, so that's not going to happen. So I have to tell them I have to change the date, I have to change the schedule, erase the boards, and go down and tell my principal that I have no AC so we can get a work order. Or if I see the head custodian, I'll tell her like, hello, we have no, when I tell you it is hot. I'm not sweating yet, but it is so hot in here. Like, I know that fish, he probably doing good because he ended up in some water, but when I tell you it is extremely hot. Oh, I need to plug in my, I wanted to tell you about, y'all didn't ask me. I told you about my crock pot, which I need to move it because there's ants over there. But today I have chicken noodle soup in here. I put the frozen TV dinner. I realized I do not like prepared food. I like it when I prepare my own food. It tastes better. I don't know, I guess I'm not a frozen dinner type of person because it was nasty. But I ate it and I have the other half of the bag in my freezer, and I don't want to trash it, but it was nasty. I have to throw it in the trash. So I'm gonna plug in my crock pot, put out my ant baits, go downstairs right quick and look for the custodian or my principal to let her know we have no AC. If we have to move to another class, or could I have my door open to let some of the air in? Because it is hot. But the worst part is right now it's 73 degrees. So it's gonna get hotter outside, but I wonder how many degrees it is in here. I seen this clock on a TikTok shop. Well, it was on TikTok. And on a clock, it tells you how many degrees it is. It's a digital clock. And they are putting it on their whiteboard and has like the date and everything. I want it, but I'm going down to, no, I still could do it another way. I'll figure it out. But it has the temperature inside the room. And right about now, I need that. So I can say, oh, it is 87 degrees in this room. It is hot. I don't have a fan. I do have a heater, but I don't have a fan. But I'll let you know how, I'll check in with you at the end of the day to let you know what happened if I'm in a media center that is freezing cold. It's polar opposites. But I'll see you guys in a little bit, okay? All right, see you later. Hey, it is dismissal time. I had to go to Lowe's and buy fans. This AC is still not on. I bought 3 fans. It is still not on. They said it was gonna be on by midday. I am red. I am sweaty. Today was the wrong day. See, I had to buy, here's 2. I bought 3 fans. Today was the wrong day to wear a dress. Anything that can stick together is sticking together. It is so hot. We all been cranky. I just want to shower. My AC is still not on. I've been giving the kids ice water. It's bad. We are so hot. Hopefully, look at this. Hopefully tomorrow is better. It is better. I would tell you I am too cranky and too tired from heat to tell you about how today went. In the morning, I'll be cool because I'll be coming from my house and I'll let you know. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning and happy Tuesday. We have AC and it's actually cold outside, which is weird. Like, it should have been cold yesterday. So it's 60 degrees outside. I done put together my room. I put all the fans on the table so I can put them back in a box so I can store them in case I ever have to go through this again. But I have so much paper. I have mounds of paper on my desk, and I've been creating these little trackers. So these are grades I need to put in, and all that paper is stuff that I have graded that I need to put in, which I need to transfer. My kids go to they go to intervention today. 12 of them go, 6 are still with me. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I have to split my class because it's at 7:45, so it shouldn't take long to come to work. So I have to split my class and give them an assignment. So I have to figure out what I'm going to give them and which teacher I'm going to put them. Sorry. Which teacher I'm going to put them with. I need to print out the math sheets that they need as far as a reference. And then I need to take this big old stack and transfer it to these. So that's what I'm going to do today. I do have more gifted paperwork that I need to do. Other than that, my room is pretty clean. I just need to, well, they'll vacuum the carpets at the end of the day. And that is it. It's nothing else is going to happen today. I am getting sick. If they one thing is another. I am getting sick, but we are in crunch time, which means that I can't miss, granted, take your days. But remember, my goal this year is to not miss one single day. Hence, the doctor's appointment at 7:45. So since my doctor's appointment is at 7:45, we are allowed 2 hours to be late without it coming from your personal time. So if my appointment is, I don't have to be here until 8:25. So I should be out of my doctor's appointment within an hour. I already did the pre-check. It's a new doctor though. So, and I probably have to do blood work somewhere in a fast tonight so I can be fine in the morning. I don't want anything delayed, and it is far. It's further than my house and I work far from my school. So we'll see, but that is what is going to happen today. Today they have PE as a special. So did I put in my ELA plans? So these are my ELA plans for the week. So basically how it works, let me find a paper so I can tell you exactly what we're doing. I had an absent kid. I thought I had a kid that was absent, so I had a blank one. Well, let me find somebody. Let me find somebody for you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm getting sick. All right, so they get this little paper, right? The star means that they're not finished. They have to be finished before lunch because I'm going to debrief. So they do this passage by themselves. I graded. It's everything now is for a grade. Every single thing is for a grade. You should be getting a C or higher at this point. A C is a level 2. B is a level 3. No, I'm lying. A D is a level 2. A C is a level 3. A 4 is a B, which is a level 4, and then a 5 is a level A. A is a level 5, all right? So at this point, we should make them C's or better because remember, our goal is proficiency. But in order for them not to be retained, they need to be getting D's at minimum. But this has to go in a grade book because remember, I am teaching a retention grade. So their parents need to see whether their child is on grade level or not. So from now until testing, every piece of document that I give them is on grade level. I do not differentiate any type of instruction. I do not meet them where they are. We're in crunch time. I need to get you to grade level. You on iReady, you are not doing your path because your path, so say for instance, you're on kindergarten level. And you have to be on 3rd grade level. So the more, even if you're failing the lessons, the exposure that you're getting from doing the lessons that I assign to you is on grade level. So at this point, ain't no more DI. We drilling to kill it. So they get this paper, right? So they do it by themselves. I don't say, oh, you need to go back and find your text evidence. I don't say anything. I grade that paper. You get what you get. I put it in a grade book. Then today, I do metacognition, and I sit up there and I do the test like I would if I was in 3rd grade. And the expectations that I have for them. Dissect the questions, go back and find text evidence, break down the questions. You have to do whatever you can. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, because I take the test too. Like this is for social studies. So it looks like this. So these are the ones that I physically know that questions 1, 2, 4, and 8 was in there. You know thinking, you know nothing. You can look at it and it was there. So I put my title, I put my photos, I put my captions, I labeled my paragraphs because remember we're going to reference the text. And then I break it down. So I'm answering the questions. So if I break it down, that was the bell. So when I break it down, so if you look, it says over here, paragraph, whatever, and it has my answer choice, and it shows you that I am looking for the word disease. That is what I'm going to do. So if I was sitting up here reading, it said paragraph 2. If I go into paragraph 2, you see where I put Q1 for question 1, I underlined the diseases that she had. These are the expectations that are required in my classroom. Because at this point, if you dissect your questions and you go back and you find your text evidence, you got it. If you can't find it 9 times out of 10, you wrong. And then certain things that they can't find, like say for instance, says Rudolph's character. Because I dissected the questions, I know I am looking for character traits, which means I am looking for words like kindness, brave, things like that. I'm not looking for she was cute or she was fast. That is not a character trait, right? So I'm looking for adjectives. I'm not looking for verbs. So that, because remember, she was a track star. So this is what I'm telling them. So then it says right here where she had to fight for equality. And I know that it was in paragraph 4. That's why I found my answer. If I go to paragraph 4, you see right there, I put Q4. So this is the expectation of what they're supposed to be doing. So this is what I do day 2 of debriefing. So day 1, they're doing it by themselves independently. They're working by themselves. I do nothing. Day 2, after I've graded and I put a grade on it, you are going to take a correcting pen, a red pen or a blue pen. You are no longer allowed to use a pencil. And any correction that I make, you are going to make on that paper. If I put question 1, paragraph 3, you're going to put question 1, paragraph 3. So this is where I get the more bang for my buck as far as having my kids go to proficiency. And I know you're probably like, oh my God, it's a lie. It is. It is, and I expect greatness, and they're gonna give it to me. So that's what we do. So we're doing this for the next 6 weeks. We test in 6 weeks. So this is what we're doing. This is on grade level, and this is mine. I do it just like them. So everything they do. The reading test I haven't done yet because I can't write on it. Because then they'll see me do it already. They'll see that it was already done. They need to see me read. So I read the passage to them. They sit there quietly. I read the whole story to them. So before I even read the story, I start dissecting the questions. Before I even touch that story, I already know in my head what I'm looking for. And then I do one story at a time. I don't dissect all the questions. You can. They cannot. I don't care what they do as long as they're dissecting the questions. I think you get more bang for your buck when you work on one story at a time. You answer all the questions on passage 1, then you go answer all the questions on passage 2, then you go back and you answer the questions that reference if you're comparing passage 1 to passage 2. That way it's fresh in your mind and you didn't forget. So that's what I'm going to do today after lunch. For math, I already showed you, I am so tired of polygons. And I think today it's quadrilaterals. I think that's what we're doing today because I'm like, oh my God, I don't get why you're not getting it. It's so easy to me, but how we did it when we had Go Math was easier because it was like you learn about what an octagon is, a hexagon, and it made it more relatable. The only thing we're doing is quadrilaterals. It's hard for them to get a parallelogram. It is. It's hard for them to get a parallelogram. It's hard for them to get perpendicular and parallel lines. And it's, so today they are, what are they doing today? You already saw it because I posted it yesterday. But today they are classifying, I need a geo board. Good, I look. I have to pick my kids up in 1 minute. So I have to stop by the coach's office and get a geo board because they're not going to get it. Where's the geo boards? I think they're in the media center. So I'm gonna go to the media center right quick and get geo boards so I can teach this lesson. In case you want to know what it looks like, I'll show you because it's saying that I need a geo board. The old me would have looked at this ahead of time, but the new me didn't. So they need a geo board and rubber bands so we can do this. So I'm gonna go downstairs to the media center right quick before I pick them up to get the geo boards. So I will see you Another bell saying go get your kids. So I will see you at dismissal. Good morning and happy Wednesday. It is 10:45. I just got to work. I'm going to go pick up my kids. And then today I'm not teaching math because I don't have enough time. I don't miss the whole math block. So they're going to do their portfolios, and then I'm going to debrief the story because I couldn't debrief it yesterday because they had tutoring with Miss Case, who I saw at the doctor's office. I am taking my first day off. I go back for my follow-up on the 21st, and then that's when I'm going to take the whole day off. I ate breakfast because I was fasting for the stuff, for the lab work. Wrong way. I was fasting, so I did that. We don't have any ants. The ants are gone. I'm going to pick up my kids. We're going to do portfolio testing, and then we're going to debrief. There's nothing else to update you on, so I will see you on Thursday. Good morning. Are you dirty? I thought I just cleaned you. Good morning and happy Thursday. 2 more days. I got Friday and Saturday, and then I work 4 days next week, and I'm on spring break. I'm tired, but I'm here. I took a nap and went to bed early. I'm just tired. So I'm on a Red Bull, which is not working. My ants were gone. Now they're back, but they're all eating this little thing. I know y'all probably want to see this, but this is the reality. Hold on. Why is my shirt way up there? Look. See? They're just over there. I don't know what they're doing. They took a break and say, girl, we don't want to eat no more and die. And now they're back. I have to pick my kids up right now. But I wanted to tell you what happened. I have been off all week as far as intervention schedules. I have been sending my kids to other places. Like I took them. I have to print out the schedule because I don't even know what I'm doing. Then Miss Case don't come every day no more. She only come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have to create a new system. So that's what I'm going to work on today. Today my kids are classifying quadrilaterals. I have to go to the coach's office and get those containers. I need to feed SpongeBob. SpongeBob is the fish, if you're new. I have to feed him. Pick my kids up 2 minutes ago. Go get my stuff from my coworker. I'm cutting all my lights on because I had to go to Walmart this morning, and you know I hate Walmart, but Walmart is by my school. I had to go to Walmart this morning and get my Dreamers kids some candy because we did word ladders, and I'm gonna teach my class today how to do a word ladder because it's Word Ladder Wednesdays, and I'm going to teach them how to do it. In reading, they're reading independently by themselves. They have their Stuart Little packet, chapters 1 through 6 that I printed yesterday. I'm going to print the word ladder on my own computer and show them what it is. And that's it. They have tutoring today or intervention today for reading, intervention today for math. Math is at 9:30. Reading is at 12:30. They have PE today at 2:05. And that's what we're doing. I have lunch. I'm going to do a what I eat in a day once I get it together. And me and my doctor come up with a weight loss plan for me. But that's what we're going to do. I have to go down and meet. I told my principal I was going to be her 1% this week, which means I'm going to help her with whatever she needs this week. I said I was going to be her 1%. So I check in with her every day to see what she needs because she's overwhelmed. So I just want to help her. I'm going to go pick my kids up. I had an impromptu parent-teacher conference the day before yesterday. We corrected behavior. Behavior overall around the school is horrible this time of year. So, yeah, so my student, he got it together. I told him as parents every single day, I'm going to let them know how well he's doing. And I promise I'm going to every day because, you know, parents don't want to keep hearing negative things about their child. So they deserve to hear a glow and a grow. And yesterday he was glowing. So prayerfully today, he is glowing again today. Our word for the day is flabbergasted. So I use this word all day. Because I said I was going to do, if I do primary, I'm still going to do word of the day. But I have them create a sentence with it, draw a picture, And we're gonna use that word all day. So I increase that little vocabulary. But I'm gonna show you at dismissal what a word ladder looks like. And then I'll go pick my kids up right now and run copies. See you in a bit. Good morning and happy Friday. I am here. I gotta pick my kids up in 7 minutes. But today in math is a review day. But I need for them to set up their journals to make sure. So I had copies ran of the teacher edition so that way I don't have to worry about if they need to. So basically it looks like this. I did it for every single chapter. If they copied it wrong, they did it wrong, they're gonna create their journal. Do I have a math journal here? So I have a math journal and they're supposed to, I normally print it in color at my house, but I didn't have time. So I printed the teacher edition. I submitted copies yesterday and they're going to put that as far as notes for their journal so I can make sure that their notes are done. So I have to sit up here and cut all this paper. And then, so they have that. So they're gonna work on building their journals. When they finish that, they're gonna take their review. When they finish that, they're gonna finish their reading test that they did yesterday. I'm going to grade it and then I'm going to debrief for both stories. Well, it's 4 stories for both tests. And then when they finish, they're going to work on their Stewart little quiz that they have to do. And then that will be it for today. So I'm going to give them all their work. Everything is independent. They don't even have to talk to me. I'm going to give them all their work right now. And then I'm gonna put on music, cut the lights off, and we're gonna vibe on this Friday. They have art at the end of the day, and then that will be it. There is really nothing for us to do. I'm going to work on my Friday or my after school to-do list to make sure I do it every single week. Like, and I thought about when I was sharpening pencils, I need to charge the sharpeners on Friday, and that way I don't have to worry about it during the week. I need to make sure my speaker that I play music on is charged. Alexa stays plugged in. And today is Friday, which is filing Friday. So I'm going to pass back all the work that I need to file. And that'll be it. Let me think of what else is going to happen today. My teacher bestie is out, so I have to go get 2 of her kids and send them to another class. And then I have to make sure they collect money for Denim Fridays. And I asked my parents I'm doing a Mother's Day craft, and I'm tired of spending money. So I asked my parents, 3 of the parents bought something, the rest didn't. So I said, your mom didn't give me $2. If I don't get $2, you're not going to a dance. So they're gonna bring the $2. So the dance is $5. If your mom can afford $5, she can afford $2. So can I get the $2 so I can go on Amazon and buy the rest of the stuff? Because I put the Amazon link and nobody came up with the stuff. So I said, well, every person who didn't bring anything, I need the $2. And then I might have another parent. She brought the soil. So we're making plants, but I want them to paint their paint pot for their mom for Mother's Day, and that's what we're going to do. That's the craft that we're going to do. And I realize you have not because you ask not. I shouldn't keep spending my money for their kids. So I asked them, and I'm quite sure they are. I have 2 parents that sent in their money. I was like a $2 minimum. If they want to send in more, send in more. And then the extra money I'll take and buy tissue because we were out of tissue, and I'm not buying no more tissue. You're gonna use the school napkins. I'm not buying anymore because I asked my parents 3 times for tissue and nobody sent in a box of tissue. So it is, and then the first day of school, I only got, when my supply list had tissue, I have 18 kids. 2 kids bought in 1 box of tissue. And I've been buying tissue. So my tissue is on this side because I paid for it. They don't have no tissue, and I'm not buying no tissue. You're gonna use the toilet tissue in the bathroom or the brown napkins for your nose. I'm not buying it. So that's what I'm going to do with the money. That is all that is going to happen today. When I tell you there's nothing, I have no intervention today. I'm going to work on grades, like the conduct grades, because I think the next 9 weeks. Next week is the end of the 9 weeks because that's our last week before spring break. So I'm going ahead and put my comments and everything right now. Sub for Friday, so I could work on all that stuff. They say they hate when I have a sub because they get a lot of work. So I'm gonna leave fun work for them to do. That's what I'm going to do because this is before spring break. So I'm gonna leave fun things for them to do. And I need to think of, because I'm a week behind on my videos. So it's too late for me to ask you. But I can use the advice for next year. What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day for your kids? I need to find some type of activity. I got an email. I'm going to print that and see what that is. I'm gonna print the sheets in there to see if it's something fun for them to do, but I want them to do a craft, and that's what I'm going to do. So I want to thank you for following me on my journey. If you are new here, my name is Mala. I have been teaching for the past 8 years, and currently I am teaching in 3rd grade. I have taught 3rd grade for 8 years in a row, and I am tired, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Teaching, of course. I feel that I am walking in God's purpose for me, and every day is an adventure. In my classroom, I try to be creative as possible. I am very sarcastic, and 3rd graders get my sarcasm. I don't know how primary would. I have to tone it down because I'm day book. But yes, thank you so much for following me on my journey. I do appreciate all your love and your support. You all motivate me to keep on going, to keep making videos. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you next week. Bye.